All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the daytime stream for Wednesday? For Wednesday? How's it already Wednesday? Oh my God, dude. How's it already Wednesday? I don't understand how the time flies so fast. All right, so this is a pretty standard stream. I don't think anything crazy showed up in the mail. Let's see. We've got Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia still. Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia. We also have our Hot Lugia break, new Rocket break, and more. All right, let's hit save. Wait a second. Let's make the title selling all my Pokemon cards to pay for a new bathroom. Live card shop. How about that? No. Let's make the title a little more succinct. New bathroom stream. New bathroom fundraiser. All cards must go. There we go. All right. So, I have a little bit of news. The guy who came in to replace our toilet found rotten wood in the bathroom under the toilet. So now we are needing a floor job in the bathroom. And the floor guy who works with the toilet guy came right in. And so now I am paying a lot of money to have the floor ripped up to put in a new floor. So I guess that's how it goes. I'm not really surprised. It's from the 80s. It's a house from the 80s. It's an old house. And, all right, so let me go ahead and make sure that everyone gets pinged. Hold on, let's see. Add here. We're going live for Wednesday day. All right, and I saw with my own eyes, the wood is very rotten. You know, it's not like he's making it up. It's a very rotten wood. Okay, let's go over here. And so, you know, I was talking with the guy. He wants to renovate the whole damn bathroom, but he makes a very strong case for doing that. He's like, well, you want to change it all in one go. You don't want to change it piece by piece because you want everything to match and you want to not have to have 20 steps to updating the floors. So anyways, it's looking like I'm about to spend thousands of dollars. It's not good. Not what I was planning on doing. I just wanted a new toilet. I wanted a new toilet and maybe new carpet. But let's see. There we go. We're logged in. Afternoon. Hey, how's it going, Miss Janice? All right. Oops, let's close this. So I am going to be spending some money. Got the YouTube notification. Good. Well, I didn't post any content. Only Mike's I did. Let's see. Thanks for the Zubat coin. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, the Zubat coin. We need to pick a new card for that giveaway, huh? So, wow, look at this. The phone, when you're streaming for YouTube, you can't really zoom out. There's no zoom out function. You can only zoom in. So I want to get back to using the other app. Hopefully, maybe it works now. I don't know. How many people we got? We got 38 people. Look at that. Beautiful Lugia Altart. Jump into that Lugia Altart, guys. This guy's going to the moon for sure. I strongly believe that. I wouldn't say that if I didn't believe that. You know that. I don't say every card goes to the moon. I'm actually pretty critical if you think about me. I'm a critical guy. But I like this Lugia, and I think he shall perform well over time. I think he's one of the underappreciated cards from the Sword and Shield era. That was 3 years ago that he was released. I can't believe he's 3 years old. But think about how well he's going to perform by the time he's 5 years old. You know, it's going to be even better. All right, can we log in? Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at this card. How's it doing over time? Silver, Tempest, Lugia. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Has he gone up already? Let's see. That's Japanese. Japanese. Oh, that's an auction. What? Wow. The cheapest Lugia is already at $950. So this card's already gone up. I'm up like $200 on all my Lugias. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so wow, that's good. The Lugia break's good, guys. I wasn't even paying attention to it. Man, I'm tempted to buy one more of these. Oh, I don't think I should. I like this Lugia a lot, though. All right, that is tempting, man. I'm going to put this away. Okay, toss this over here. How's it going today, guys? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Wednesday, it's hump day. We're over the hump, right? That's the idea. I just heard some news today. Lake of the Ozarks is getting a pretty big retail shop. We're getting Bass Pro Shop. So that's cool. Kind of makes sense though, right? Like this is Lake of the Ozarks. Of course we should have a Bass Pro Shop. Bass Pro Shop, you might recognize that as the big boat company with outdoorsy stuff. The Bass Pro Shop headquarters is located in Springfield, Missouri. It's about an hour and 20 minutes away from me. I can drive to it whenever I want. Of course, an hour and 20 minutes kind of just long enough that you don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? But that place is special. If you've never been there, Springfield, Missouri, that could be a worthwhile vacation all by itself just to see that headquarters, because it just got voted. I think it just won the #1 aquarium in America award or something like that. I think I heard about that. We've been there twice. It's like $100 per person to go in, and it is nuts, dude. It is super cool. It's like your head gets dizzy from it because it's so wild in there. It's like walking in a dream, and there's so many cool fish tanks with fish in it. So they really did a good job on that. So that's the headquarters, and we're about an hour and 20 minutes away from that. And well, if you drive fast, if you drive slow, maybe it's an hour and 40. But so we're about an hour and 20 away from that. And so they're finally building a Bass Pro Shop out here, which people had speculated they were going to do that. So they're doing that now. The Shining Lugia PSA 10 has been going for 1.4, 1.5. I'm glad I got it when it was 360. You know, I used to sell it back in the day in 2020, 2021 for like $1,000, the Shining Lugia. And then all of the Pokemon cards from Shining Legends sort of collapsed. And they went to nothing. I sold off my Mewtwo. Huge mistake. Should have kept that card. I sold off my Mewtwo. And so now he's like unobtainably expensive. Well, not unobtainably, but he's like a big financial decision to obtain him. And yeah, he's super expensive now, that Mewtwo. I wish I had kept mine. I sold mine. I used to have the Shining Rayquaza too, but I used to own a couple of those Lugias, and I sold them all because I thought, well, you know, it's just a modern card. I can just replace it. My God, was I wrong about that. You cannot just replace good cards. You have to pay a special high price to replace them. So, yeah, Pokemon's doing very well. We're definitely in a bull market. We don't know when the bull market ends and swaps into a bear market, but probably eventually. One day these cards will be too expensive and people will say, I've had enough. I've had enough. No more of this. I don't know if we're at that point yet. I saw this same Lugia for sale for $9.50 at a collectible store. Oh, wow. Same price I saw. Japanese jumped a lot too for Lugia. Wow. The Shining Lugia PSA 10 going for 1.4. Good luck to everyone who got a spot for the Pikachu Slab. Biggest aquarium in the Western Hemisphere in the is in Atlanta. I've never been to it. But yeah, that Bass Pro Shop aquarium is very cool. I've been to aquariums before in St. Louis. Nothing like this. That Bass Pro Shop one is wild. Not only is the aquarium impressive, but the shop is impressive too. It's like this really, really massive building. I mean, there's a mall that you can go walking in, like a proper mall down the road, and the mall is smaller than the Bass Pro Shop. This one retail shop is larger than the mall. Like, it has 3 floors. It has 3 floors. And it's got these massive, like, statues of, like, deer and stuff like that. It's really crazy, dude. It's definitely something to stop in and check out. Also, I guess if you're in Springfield, I'd check out Lambert's Cafe, too. Home of the thrown buns. They throw buns at your face. It's really funny. All right, I'll put this over here. But yeah, so they just announced a Bass Pro Shop coming to Lake of the Ozarks where I'm living. So that's good. It might boost the value of my home. But speaking of boosting the value of my home, I have to shell out a lot of money now to renovate my bathroom because I have rotten wood in my bathroom, apparently. Ivan Rodriguez, I forgot to send shipping, please. Ivan Rodriguez. No problem. So are we shipping it all, or are we keeping the bag this time? Hi, mistress, says Isaac. I've been buying cards from a certain set. Really nice reverse hollows, and they're pretty affordable. All right. All right, here we go. Israel Rodriguez. Ivan Rodriguez. There it is. There we go. Slabs only. Oh, I just pulled this out. Okay. Let's go get you a label. We'll start by restarting the software. Ooh, something's still wrong with this arm, huh? All right, here we are. We're logging in. Come on. Jesus Christ, dude. You know, when you log into the shipping software, it downloads something every time. I think it's like a price table. And I think that's what causes it to be so buggy. Is if you don't reset the software, it hasn't downloaded that price data. There we go. Okay, and oh, so weird. It saved my settings from last time. Okay, 7 by 4 by 4. Man, I'm all smelly, man. I was working up a sweat outside. I stink. Let's see. We're gonna raise the weight on this slightly. I'm Take the Pokeball. Yeah, that's a nice $10 card. I think we had a couple cards like that hit the table last night, didn't we? I don't remember. Oh yeah, here's another one. This card got reduced to 40, so he's a little bit on sale. All right, let's go ahead and hit print on this. You take a shower. Yeah, I got a shower. I was out there talking to this guy who wants to do the bathroom renovations for like an hour, I swear. We are. All right. Kay Backen says, how can Pokemon cards lose value? My friend says they can only go up. No, that's not true. That's not true for anything. That's not true for gold. That's not true for real estate. That's not true for the stock market. We would expect them to go up because it's clear that Pokemon is this desirable collectible, and that's probably not going to change for a while, and people are going to keep earning money for a long time. So you could make a bet that it's going to keep going up, but he's just saying that in confidence. It doesn't mean that it's definitely going to keep going up. Only the time will tell. But yeah, I mean, if you were afraid to buy stocks in the 1980s, you would be poor today, and then everyone who bought them back in 1980s would be millionaires. So, you know, that could be true for Pokemon as well. Pokemon could make you a millionaire. It's a real thing. All right, let's see. Edwin Dell said, Lugia Break, rest towards slab away, including $25 to extend it to 1 year. Ooh, okay, good. So we were talking about that because we were doing repos the other day. By the way, did you guys see this break as well? We got this nice break here. But we were talking about that the other day. If you have a slab and it's almost due, you got to extend it. It's a $25 fee to extend it, or you got to finish paying it off, one or the other. There it is. All right. Tossing this over here. Boop. Good luck to everyone who got a spot in the Pikachu. All right, set this here, and let's go grab a card for you for the Lugia break. Mr. Edwin. This is the bathroom fundraiser stream. I have to raise probably a couple $1,000 because we're doing, I guess now we're doing a full renovation to that bathroom. It sucks, dude. Like, it sucks because the bathroom is part of this room, and so I don't know how that's going to work with our schedule. Hopefully they can do it in the morning and not interrupt our streams. Okay. Let's get this into the Lugia bag. I'm going to need to sell a couple $1,000 of cards just to break even, guys. Evolving Skies may still be cheap. Yeah, you never, exactly. Well, you know, back when Team Up was $2,000 a box, I thought it was way overpriced, and now it's $10,000 a box. So yeah, you're right. It could still be considered cheap. There's no way to really know that though, so it's truly a gamble to buy that as opposed to Destined Rivals or something. I think Destined Rivals will do okay. Destined Rivals gets like a B plus, maybe like an A minus as a set. I think it's an A minus set, to be honest. Still really cool. John, oh, wait a second. We're moving on too fast. Edwin Dell said $25 to extend your slab away. So what we do is we head over here to slab away, and then we head over to the E's. And then yours is going to finish in December of 2025. Okay. This is going to say December 2024-25. Edwin Dell said, so you got a PSA 10 Halo Hollow and a Tartarus, huh? That's fascinating to me. I kind of want to look at that real fast because we're missing a Tartarus, I think, for Mr. For a guy who gave me his Halo cards. Oh, let me grab this. Brandon Warren. Oh, could this be it? Let's see. Hey, we might have just discovered this. Okay, cool. I think we just located these. All right, so let me take a picture of these for Brandon Warder. We were wondering where these went. I sold them. That's what happened to them. Okay, I think his name is this. Yep, there. Oh. What the hell? I had it for a second and then it pulled it away. What the hell's like recommending all these other people? I want to talk to Brandon Warder. Hold on, let me see if I can find him on the laptop. Do you think now's a good time to pick up some prismatic? It's dropped a fair bit. We are. Let's see. There it is. Weird. Found your slabs. I'm going to mark this on red. All right, now I can take a picture for him. Because I went ahead and highlighted it. We had been wondering where these two slabs went. I couldn't find them for the life of me. I sold them for him. There we go. And were these the exact two that are missing? Oh, wait a second. This is only one of them. Hold on. So what's the other one? The other one, is that also? That's a PSA 9, huh? All right, so let me find out if I gave him store credit for this or something. So this one must be mine. And then this one used to be Brandon Warder's, but I sold it for him. So that's good that we discovered that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to put these back. Let's go. Still one. We take those. Yeah, I don't know. So, Mr. Brandon, I don't know what that could mean. Could I have sold the other one as well? You gave them to me to sell, right? Or was that not the case? I mean, your name was on it as if it was a... your name was on the card as if it was a consignment slab. So let me see if you have Brandon Warder store credit. I'm looking for a store credit for you. I didn't see one in here, but there might be a very old bag of expired store credit somewhere. Did you reduce the amount? I don't see the change in the channel. Not yet. I haven't done that step. I'm sorry. You know, when we discovered his slab, I got all excited because I wanted to let him know we've located it. Because we were hunting for that for a while and we couldn't find it. Oh, so that's it. Hold on. Let me see. Don't worry. We're going to do that in just a half second here. All right. Here we go. So this is super old store credit. Let's see if you're in here, Mr. Brandon. Brandon Warder. Look at that. Haha. We must have gotten that for you a long time ago. And I just didn't think to tell you that your card sold. Crazy. All right. It kind of makes me think we need to have a system for creating a receipt for when the slab sells. Hey, that's good. So I wonder when I wrote that down. So that's 130. Was that the cost of which slab would that have been? So that was 130. And the Tartarus was $160 slab, so maybe your cut was $130. I don't even remember what we agreed to. Would it have been 73% back then? I don't think it would have been. No, 73% would have been $116. Weird. Maybe we agreed to a different amount back then. And then how much? Oh, no, wait. How much is the... okay, so the double guns guy was 200. So wait, maybe that's 130. He's about 146. So I don't know what it is we did. One sold without me knowing. Perfect. I wonder if we sold the double guns one, and then the other one, you haven't received the store credit for it because it hasn't finished selling. Maybe that's what happened. Okay, so we're just talking about that now, but the mystery is becoming more clear that I might have actually sold these cards. I don't know yet. So I don't, maybe in our conversation, we talk about that, maybe about what the percentage rate would have been. All right, so let's go ahead and update that for you. Edwin Dell says, sorry about that. I didn't mean for that to take so long, but that was a mystery that Mr. Brandon and I were trying to solve for a while. We didn't know what happened to it. So minus 40, minus 25. So you should have $65 being applied to the slab. You have 590, so that's 590 minus 65. Oops, typed in the wrong numbers. 590 minus 65. 525 remains. I got some Evolving Skies at 600 last year before the boom. Almost bought Roaring Skies, but went with Primal Clash instead. Well, you did good with Primal Clash anyways. They're all good. All right, Edwin, it's been updated. Thank you so much. Jonathan Fernandez, let me join that. Lugia. All right, we got to update the Lugia too because you're the second guy jumping in. If we hosted this break all over again today, he would cost more than 28 spots. So he's a pretty good break on the table. Let's count the number of spots here. I got some Evolving Skies. All right, one sold without me knowing. Well, affordable, not cheap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we actually have 11 spots in here. We just haven't been updating the number. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So there it is, up to 11. Wonder why I didn't write the star spot on that. Weird. Maybe it's supposed to be 1 in 29, but I can't change it now. That's the rule. Once it's set up, we don't edit it. Ivan Rodriguez, I'll take the Pokeball. Thank you so much, Mr. Ivan Rodriguez. And then also we have Alejandro who says 5 packs of Mega Symphonia. Yes, Mega Symphonia and Mega Brave have been very popular. We're opening a lot of these. Okay, so these have been flying, guys. Let's see, that's an empty box. Hey, what's up, PDX? We settled on 65% going back in the logs. Ah, now we can do some math and see if that is, hold on, so what's 65% of 200 then? 130. Boom, it's all solved. We know exactly where your cards are. The first one sold, and you got the $130 for it. The second one is you're going to collect the money on that when that slab away completes. So you get paid out when the slab away is done. Mystery solved. I knew your stuff didn't get legs and walk away. I knew there was some explanation to it. Hey, that's better than just getting some free booster packs, man, because that's what we talked about doing. I'm glad I didn't open those. Remember I said I didn't want to open them. You know why I didn't want to open them? Because I felt that there was still a chance we would run into them. Yeah, I felt there was still a chance we'd run into those slabs. So weird. I guess the trick here was I didn't have the ability to remember that they sold. And we had agreed to mail them back to you, but they were already sold. So weird. I wonder what the timing of that is then. Like, did you tell me not to sell them, but it was too late, and I just didn't remember that? Or did you tell me not to sell them, and I sold them anyways later? I don't know. I bet you they had already sold. I bet that's what it was. So I bet they'd already sold, and I bet I'd forgotten that they had already sold. And then I went looking for them. I'm like, I can't find them. I bet they had already sold. All right. Is there still a pack break? Yes, there is. So we've got the pack break and the pack split. You're the only person in the pack break. You're allowed to take your spot back out of there because it hasn't gone off yet. That's how breaks work. In a break, if you don't like that break, you can pull yourself back out of it. I try to ask you guys not to do that too much, though. But yes, if you're changing your mind on it, that's possible. So, you know, just the only reason I say not to pull your stuff back out too often is because we don't have like receipts of that occurring, so it gets confusing sometimes. Like, hey, I thought I had a spot in that. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I don't remember if you had a spot in it. So I think that's happened to me before, where a guy had a spot in a break, and then he said, well, I don't want that anymore. Put me in a different break. And then he moved his stuff around, and then later the first break's going off. He's like, wait, I thought I had a spot in that. And so I don't have an easy way to remember those things. There we go. All right. But yeah, if you need to, you can come back out of the break. Glad it worked out. They're probably already sold, and I just never saw the streams. Yep, that's probably what happened. And you got $130 of store credit. How nice is that? So now you can spend, baby, spend. So here we go, Alejandro. Haha, paycheck day. Next time you want to order something, you can pull from store credit. There we go. I think the XY Sun Moon era boxes can dip down a bit in price. Could they go back down? It's possible. You know, we saw some pretty remarkable prices on Pokemon, the original base set. Wait. Yeah, I put that in the right bag. There we go. Okay, yeah. I saw Alicia's name on the bag behind it. My brain said, I didn't just give that to Alicia, did I? Because she was talking to me. So we saw a price adjustment on base set box after a heavy price explosion. And it was a pretty crazy thing because it got up really high in price and then it fell all the way back down. And that happened with a lot of vintage boxes. Could that happen again? Sure, that could happen again. But I don't know. Like crypto, Bitcoin went down to like $15,000 after Sam Bankman-Fried because everyone lost confidence in it. And so if you bought Bitcoin, if you bought a ton of Bitcoin around that time period, you did very well. Could that happen again? Might not happen again now that it's, you know, kind of proven itself. We're going up to all consignment August, and we're going to take a picture of these bad boys. Click. All right. Base box declined. Yeah, base set box shot up in price right after Logan Paul did his box break. I actually had I had a kind of famous guy reach out to me. He was trying to buy my vintage boxes. I can't remember. He was a friend of like a Phase team or something like that. And, you know, he was like part of the little entourage. And he was trying to buy boxes off of me. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm just holding. I'm not selling. And anyway, so it was just a crazy time period. And I could have probably sold all my cards during that time period, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I continued to hold for several more years. That was the move, was to continue to hold, wasn't it? Ooh, look at that James Cathcart break. Here's a Sandshrew. I'm just trying to take a look and see what other consignment slabs we've still got up here. So the Decidueye's been rotating quite a bit, hasn't he? Okay, lovely Team Rocket break there. Leave none for the kids. Yes, no more boxes for the kids. No, but I mean, the old vintage stuff, that's for the adults anyways, isn't it? You know, kids aren't going to respect, like, Team Rocket. They're not going to respect it. They don't understand how it feels. So if adults are collecting vintage Pokemon cards, I don't think there's a problem. Now, look at this. Rigoberto's Gills order showed up underneath. Oh, no, wait a second. I don't understand what's going on here. Why does it say Alicia's email has already been read? I haven't clicked on Alicia's email. So weird. So Rigoberto, one spot in the Team Rocket pack break. You got it. So weird. Emails are acting up. I'm going to keep an eye on those. I never clicked on hers, and hers is already read. I must have clicked on hers somehow. I must have done it. It is. There you go. My nephews love the vintage cards. Bro, why haven't I been getting notifications? Diamond hands. I do not know. Try clicking on the bell. And make sure that your settings are set up so that you do get the notifications. All right, so the pack split. Here it is, the pack split. Very popular. Pack splits have been popular ever since we began them, like years ago. Okay, now Alicia Brown, 2 spots in the Lugia, please. Here it is. Yes, the Lugia is getting a little hotter. I never get notifications. So if you never get them, it's almost like never ever. It's almost certainly some kind of setting on your cell phone that you need to turn on. You might have YouTube notifications turned off. Even the newer stuff, if the little kids hit a big one, someone should show them how to sleeve them. Yes, absolutely. Here we are. Okay, so 2 spots in the Lugia. Now, I want kids to have product just like anyone else. I think it's fun to sort of make fun of the kids just because everyone's so stressed out about them. And so sometimes you got to poke a little fun. But also, I think there are some people out there who sort of, they're more upset that they can't get a hold of it. And so they say, well, what about the kids? And it's like, well, who are you complaining? You don't even have kids. Or something like that, you know what I mean? I ran into those guys, the guys who complain about the kids, but then you look into their closet and it's just full of product. It's like, well, why don't you give your cards away to the kids then? It's like, not me. I'm talking about everyone else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we're up to 13 out of 28. Very nice. Just wrap mines around a rubber band and a deck. All right, so there we go. Doing it the good old-fashioned way. Venmo, Dylan Chan, 10 Japanese Mega Brave. Mega Brave it is. Is CASHAPP working? Does anyone know? It wasn't working for me yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. 10 of these. Mr. Dylan. All right, what we got? All right. Okay. I still got those sore leg muscles, man. So here's Venusaur. Here's Marshadow. Ooh. I remember when we finally started getting Pokemon cards back in after the Logan summer, made sure to hide packs till kids asked for them. Cold. 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 The bunny is Cinderace. Here's a Lunatone. Dialga. He looks kind of like a dinosaur, doesn't he? Camerupt. And a cold one. Yeah, Camerupt's never going to be popular. Look, he didn't even have real teeth. He's got teeth like he's that one British food reviewer. What's his name? It is the You Know the Rules guy. It is? All right, lovely. He got like the veneers on his teeth, and he looks like a beaver now. All right. Mr. Dylan. Ah, yes, Dylan Chan. Okay, grabbing this. Dylan Cranfield, Dylan Chan. Okay. Yo, it's me. Congrats on almost 100,000. Got any big plans to celebrate? Hello, Fat Pat. Yeah, we are going to do a big giveaway, and you got to be here to benefit from it, the big giveaway. And if you want to help us reach that goal sooner of 100,000, be sure to share the channel with someone because, you know, we still got 2,000 to go, and it can take a while. If it doesn't keep growing, it's going to take a while. So, but when we hit 100,000, there's going to be a lovely giveaway. All right, let's see. Oops, clicking on this. Tammy Lowe says 1 Mega Brave box. You got it, Miss Tammy, going deep on the Mega Brave. Boop. Tammy wants that other gold card. I know how it is, Tammy. I usually wouldn't have cared, but got real tired of this blank head stocking the store for packs and bragging he was selling them for $12 a pop on eBay. Ugh. We are. All right. Very good. Very nice. All right. Very nice. Congrats on your pull, Tammy. Saw the video. Saw the gold Gardevoir. Tammy wants the pair. Yeah, congratulations on your pull, Tammy. Looking pretty sweet. Can I come over and go for a swim? Snipping this. All right. Tammy's got a nice above-ground pool she installed. She made a do-it-yourself DIY project. Looks really good. Now we can go swimming in the summer heat. Okay. All right. Are you going to send your $100,000 silver plaque to PSA? That'd be funny. But they don't encapsulate that, I'm sure. Mister, like, you don't missay things. I never missay things. What are you talking about? We are Lunatone. TCG Republic was saying the Gardevoir is 1,100. It is. I can't even read that number. It's a confusing number. There's 4 digits. Here's Merosmack. So Miss Alexis is working on the shipping. Oh, look at that. Ivysaur. Rawr. Okay, lovely. Cold. Cold. Here's Vivizor. Is Vivizor. Nani. Dialga. Schmialga. Ooh, Schmialga. Ooh. It's from Shoes. It's Glabsol. Look at that Glabsol. Cold. Okay. That's the SR? Okay, it's the SR. Okay, here's Yveltal. It's actually pronounced Yveltal. There's Absol. Here's a cold one. Absol is such a, like, emo kid Pokemon card. And then the little wings, too, like, is perfect. It's actually a really funny design. It makes me think of Hot Topic. There we go. Good. Grab her by the Rattata. I want the pair. That would be cool. That would be cool. There. You got the Gatorade bottle. Ooh. Schmaderade. Here's Lucario? No, this is Riolu. Riolu. Hariyama. More like Harry Mama, you know what I'm saying? Okay, and there's that. Hey, what's up, Miss Sarah? Oh, Sarah. Hello. FFFFF. These trainee full arts. Okay. Ooh, lovely. So lovely. Tammy Lou. Thank you, Tammy. Doobie doobie dum, skibby doobie, doobie 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 dum. Now I need the Venusaur. Oh, good point. You're actually pretty close to finishing that. What? Troy says $5 tip for you. Let's see if Cash App is working. I think it is. I think it went in. All right. Wow. Look at that. I got the little $5 Troy donation. Let's see. I'm going to set you up with the spot in the giveaway, man. Let's see. We got 4, Mr. Troy. I'll put you down as Troy Malice. We know who you are. Okay. Nice, dude. Gold Gardevoir last sold for $426. Nice. We have a giveaway, don't we? We got a giveaway. I'm going to put you in this giveaway by default. Look at that. All right. There we go. So, and now we have Robert Breeding. Welcome back, Robert. He says he wants a Metazoo Kickstarter pack. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I just got a fresh box of that in. So we're aiming for the Mothman. He's like a $1,000 card still. And I don't think he's super easy to pull, but I don't think he's impossible either. He's not like, I don't think he was designed to be extra rare or anything. So it turns out I actually already had a box of these. So now I have 2 Kickstarter booster boxes and a third one that just freshly got open. So I'm like pretty well stocked on Kickstarter Metazoo. There it is. Okay. We got the Hodag. So with 3 boxes, we might actually be able to pull more than 1 Mothman. All right, nice, dude. Hodag it is. Hopefully there's a Mothman in each box, in fact. Okay, that's for our friend Robert. Thanks so much. Okay. All right. There you go. Oops. Mike Side, the editor. What's Hood Holmes? Man, imagine getting a black label on one of the gold cards. Ooh, that'd be cool. Okay, placing this over here. Didn't mark down my $10 donation after he pulled me the Mewtwo. It's because it was Canadian schmeckles. I might have forgotten to do that. Here it is. Hell yeah, dude. Feel free to tap me on the back on that kind of stuff, okay? Because I want you to be on the list if you did a donation. I don't want you to miss out on that because it's more fun to have it all adding up because then we can total it up for like August. It'll be fun. So I don't want to miss anyone's donation. Here we go. Okay, look at that. So this Mickey Mouse card from 1935, Uncle Walt told me to take a walk and I'm doing it. Look at that. Follow this walk to the studio. So the joke is that he's stealing the like, I guess the flooring to a walking path. Take a walk. Haha. That's 1935 humor for you all. They probably didn't understand humor at all back then. I bet it was just like, you know, probably a very subtle thing. Subtle, maybe a highly underdeveloped thing. Oops, we don't need the blue marker for this. Now, I know what this should cost. This should cost about $100. But let's see how those bubblegum cards are doing real fast. These are vintage Mickey Mouse bubble. Why is this app freezing so much on me? Vintage bubblegum Mickey Mouse cards. So funny. I know, I'm bent over with laughter. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So PSA Mickey Mouse bubble gum. Okay, let's try there. So let's sort it by cheapest. We just want the very cheapest of all of them. So here it is. The very cheapest one is $80, and it shows Mickey playing horseshoes. I think this one's kind of nice. It features Mickey and Minnie. And they're kind of like the focal, the central point of the card. Not all of the bubblegum Mickey Mouse cards are so nice looking. Let's see. Which probably explains why this one got put in the slab away. Oh, this wasn't a slab away. Here we are. Whoa, so weird. There's some really weird Mickey Mouse cards out there. Well, I can't find this exact card. It's called Uncle Walt Told, ... Uncle Walt Told. Let's try that. Here it is, Uncle Walt Told. Here's an ungraded one for $137. Here's an ungraded one for $90. Here's one graded by GMA. Who's grading these with GMA? What the hell? All right. Here it says I have too many words on the search. Let's try that again. So there it is. So the cheapest one is for $250, but I don't know if he'll sell for that much. Let's go to sold items. Not a lot of data in sold items, I'm afraid. I mean, that makes perfectly good sense, doesn't it? Yeah. So, but here is an auction of an ungraded one going off on July 23rd for like $50. Now that's ungraded. Ungraded. So I don't know, probably like 90 bucks. Really hard to grade, really hard to price these items. The way I feel about these Mickey Mouse cards, I feel like they could actually go into like a museum, like straight up. These are some really, really old items. 1935, that's not just vintage. That's like a little piece of history. That's the way I look at these. So I have my personal collection of these, and then I got extras that I'm selling. And if you care at all about the Disney brand, I would probably have at least one of these. So, and you can pick one that you think looks nicer. Maybe you want a higher grade. Maybe you want a different scene. Some of the scenes are better than others. I think this is a good scene because the joke kind of makes sense. And you got a clear view of Mickey and you got a clear view of Minnie. You do not get that in all of the cards. So that's a nicer one. Hey, Zamduki became a member. Thanks, man. Did the Mega Pack Break move yet? It's called the Jumbo Pack Break. If you use the other word, I'm going to end up calling it that, and it drives me nuts. The Jumbo Pack Break. Here it is. All right. And it's just Beatrice in here. The Jumbo Pack Break has one person, just Beatrice. So we need 3 more people. Is that right? She's the only one? Yeah, there's still room to jump in here. The jumbo pack break always goes off, probably because it's only 4 spots. All right. So, unsurprisingly, Tammy Lowe is going in for another box of Mega Brave. Here it is. That is the next order in the queue. And then I think Oscar's buying a box too. Oh, who's going to get the better box? All right, let's see what happens, Miss Tammy. I wouldn't invest too much into Disney, says Michael Bay. Yeah, I'm investing into Michael Bay movies. I think that Disney has sort of underperformed in some areas, but they do well in other areas. So they're still, think of it like this. They're a multi-generational company with works of art that go all the way back to the 1930s. And so you cannot judge the last decade, the last 10 years. You cannot judge the company because you had 10 years of only sometimes it's a hit. You know what I mean? Because the funny thing is, Disney didn't strictly put out failure videos either. Some of the videos Disney put out in the last 10 years did fine. They made money for the company. And then you got Disney World and you got Disneyland. And so I think the reason you're saying don't invest in Disney is because Disney movies sometimes flop because they get very sort of like progressive. And some people have rejected that, like, for example, Snow White. And we're all like begging for the downfall of Disney. Like, yeah, I want to see it fall. Probably because Disney's been in such a good position for so long. It's fun to see like the big, you know, well-secured thing come loose and fall apart. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Disney's probably going to be fine. And they're just going to recalibrate over the years until they can make good money. But again, they've just got all these existing good products that already make them money. So they're not going anywhere because they got Disneyland, they got Disney World. I think theme parks are one of the most important products in the world right now. You know why? It's something you can't buy off Amazon. AI is not going to run the roller coaster. It's just not. I mean, a roller coaster is an AI. It's an experience. It's a physical thing, you know? So roller coasters are not going anywhere. And so that's a great product, and they've got an absolute advantage in that area. So they're going to do just fine as Disneyland and Disney World. And then they just need to start putting out some more good videos, maybe experiment a little more, maybe, you know, move away from political messaging to a certain degree, or at least choose a political message that's a bit more neutral. Yes. But yeah, they definitely had some misses. Like Snow White was the most recent major flop. But that doesn't mean that they don't still own the rights to the old Snow White. So they're still making money off the old Snow White, you know. And the remake will just be forgotten over the years. It's like a traumatic event, a thing that happened, and then, you know, one day you'll be like, ooh. But you know, they have time to repair that image. Maybe they'll make a really good Star Wars. Probably not, but maybe they will. You know, thank you for reassuring my investment in Disney stock years ago. Haha. It is very nice. Very good. Yeah, Disney does okay. I think the sad part is Disney could have done much better. So you have to lament that. Like, look at Netflix. They do well. They got plenty of stuff that's like woke, right? They got like woke movies and TV shows. But the thing about Netflix is they have such a broad variety of things to watch that really it doesn't matter. There's something for everyone to watch. It is very nice. The bell. Swear I was rooting for APZ to get a hit even though I paid for it. Was fun to play the odds. Here we are. I want that gold Lucario. What packs are these? This is Mega Brave. We just opened Miss Tammy's Mega Brave. I don't think she's going to pull the gold card or an alt-art out of here, which is good for Mr. Oscar, because this could have been his box. Yes. Just how it works out, I'm afraid, Tammy. It's a random thing, isn't it? Okay. You got the Vulpix, though, man. I like the Vulpix. This is a good card. Here's the Steelix. Lots of Steelix in these packs lately. Steelix. They'll never make me hate you, Steelix. Okay, the Lucario, and ta-da! Why Veltal? Does my half-box battle with APZ count as a donation? It could count as a donation. I think so. Let's see. You're doing a gift from yourself to another member. I think it should count. How much should I write you down for? Yes. All right. Yeah, I think that should count. I had meant the Mega Box Break Mister. My bad. Was wondering if anyone else got in. The Mega Box Break. Oh, that makes so much sense. Here it is. That's the Mega Symphonia Mega Brave box break. For $40, you get 2 booster boxes. Your odds are 1 in 7. So we got Jonathan and Gabriel in there. We need 5 more people in there for that to go off. It'll be fun when that goes off. There it is. Half 50 would be 25. All right, so we got to write you down for 25. Yeah, you got the nice Vulpix here. So that's good. But here, let's grab this and fix it. Okay. Can't believe I hit a Siggy. Yeah, you did well, man. You got lucky. I was preparing your shipment, by the way, but I got interrupted by the guy who came over to work on the bathroom. So I had to go. I had to stop. Yeah, the problem is the bathroom is connected to this room, and I don't want to sit here and try to work while the guy's right there working. So I just take a break. There we go. I was working last night. I got Mr. LaFlame stuff. LaFlame's finally shipping. He didn't ship 100% of his stuff. He shipped a couple of his slabs, though, and he shipped all of his singles to a guy who I think is working with them. I don't know what he does, actually. All right, so that was Tammy. Miss Tammy, and then Edwin, who needs 2 Glory of Team Rocket and 2 Mega Brave. All right. These 2. We're almost done, though. I brought all your slabs upstairs, so we're pretty close. That's not Glory of Team Rocket. This is. And then 2 Mega Braves. Now, those are already open, right? Yeah, okay, we got an open box. There it is. Can you get rid of the hollows in my bag? I would be happy to collect on those hollows. We are. Miss Tamalam. Whoa, Tammy. Tamalam. Whoa, Tammy. Okay. Ready? Makuhita. We got Absol. We got Setitan. We got Mag Cargo with the shocked-looking face. What should I eat today, guys? Hey, Mister, stop. Was it because there was an extra pack in there and it was this one? I'm just giving it to him for free. 2 Japanese Glory of Team Rocket, 2 Mega Brave. He got this one for free. There it is. Too late, there was an extra pack. Yeah, it's not too late. I saw the pack the whole time. I was giving it to him for free. All right, Edwin Delcid. Okay. Mr. Edwin. Yeah, it's like 1 pack. It's like $1. It doesn't cost too much. I'm just trying to be nice. I actually got that Crimson Haze at a very good price because my supplier contacted me and said he had a surplus of them, and so I bought a couple cases of it. And so I got those at a really nice price. That doesn't happen all the time. I'm putting you on here, Miss Tammy, right away. That's the giveaway slab, and that's because she's doing a little. She's letting me have some hollows out of here. Yeah. All right. Oh, I see. So I would kind of have to pick through it a little bit, wouldn't I? Ooh. Let's see. Guess I should have done this at the start. You know, I already knew that about you, Tammy. I already knew you like to give up your hollows. I don't know why I didn't just do it at the start. I should have just had them in a separate baggie the whole time. That's what I do for Sarah Dusenberry, don't I? Oops. These are kind of trying to spill out a little bit. Cards are slippery, man. Okay, you got your Superior, your Kyurem, your Obama Snow, some trainers, some nice ARs. We like the ARs a lot. ARs were the surprise, you know, hit card because people treat them like alt arts. Okay. Absol, Venusaur. How about some chocolate steak? Look how nice you are. You are. Hey, you're donating some hollows. I'll put you on the giveaway. I don't mind. Wait, I did that backwards. There it goes. Okay. Okay, I think we got all those. I love it when people donate hollows. Every now and then, I'll actually try to grade a hollow, and those might sell for like 25 bucks, which is like, you know, I might make like 7 or 8 bucks total from that. But not just that, hollows are really useful in all kinds of ways. Like they might go into the Raw Shuffles or something. Another thing I might do with them is by removing them from your bag's actually lighter. So look, these were the hollows and this was her bag. We just cut the cost of her shipping weight in half. So when you remove your junk cards like that, you actually reduce the cost of shipping for me, sometimes by a couple dollars. And that doesn't seem like much, like $1 or $2 or $3 of shipping saved here and there. It all adds up though. So if I'm shipping like, I don't know, like 10 packages every other day or more, maybe like 15 packages every other day. Well, let's say you're saving a couple dollars each time you do that. That adds up really fast. That adds up to a lot of money over a long period of time. So like, let's say there's 100 shipments I do where I save just $2. That's $200. Do the math. So I do enjoy removing the hollows, and always probably will, just because of, you know, the shipping alone. Even if they were a card that I was just going to throw in the trash can right afterwards. Yes. All right. We might have to have a system to maybe like a system where you can always get on the giveaway card for donating hollows or something, because there really ought to be an incentives program for removing the hollows if you can get a sensible incentive program for it. But the problem is, you know, at some point, it's not worth it anymore. It is. Promos would be worth more. The regular hollows, not so much. Here it is. There's always a lot of hollows. This one's not even in a sleeve. Slow King. Yeah, keep your Tyranitar. He's cool, man. All right, here's a little Pikachu. You probably keep all the Pikachus. All right, what we got here? Pampor. Do you want these? Let me know if you want the black-white ones, because the black-white ones have sort of like a different style to them. Of course, then again, they're black-white Pokemon. All right, here's Golett, and here is Petalil. So just to give you guys an impression of how much we just removed, you can see that the thickness of the stack over here, and this is just for one person. So, and part of the problem is Pokemon changed the style of the hollows at one point, so that, oh, look at that Snivy. They changed the style of the hollows at some point where they would give you like 3 hollows per pack instead of just one. It is one, or like one in a reverse hollow. They changed it. Okay, so check this out. So this is all of Tammy's hits, right? Non-holographic cards, including some pretty thick promos, which add quite a bit to the bag. Now, look at the amount of holographic cards that came out of those bags. Now, do you see? So it's really significant. It impacts how much product we can hold on the table as well. So you cannot hold as much product on the table. It is. All right. Tammy, you're giving up a lot of hollows. I'm going to have to put you in that giveaway slab a couple times. Maybe I should have like a guaranteed spot in the giveaway slab per pound of hollows, or per ounce or something. So I'll put this over here with the bulk cards now. And that will just get moved off to a bulk table where they all just sit there in a gigantic pile. Obi-Wan could have killed Anakin in one move, but instead he decided to mutilate him and have him fall into the lava to burn up and suffer. What was his problem? That's an interesting thought. Yeah, he kind of said, you know what? You should go ahead and suffer, Mr. Anakin. Tammy, I'm giving you an extra spot in here. I'm going to give you an extra spot in the next couple of breaks, I think, or giveaways, I think, because of those hollows donations. Yes. All right, I hope you pull one. Pull a slab out of there. So we finished Mr. Edwin Delcid. That was Edwin Delcid, right? Good. And what that means, it is actually Oscar's turn. Mr. Oscar, who needs a Mega Brave box. You might be getting lucky here. The last box didn't have the big hit in it, so it might be this next box. Who knows? But I got to go grab it first. I'll be right back. We're actually running kind of low on this. Wow. It is selling really well. I'm going to have to go back and buy more. He left him to reflect on what he did to the younglings. Yeah, that's right. Stop trying to make me feel sympathy for Anakin's poopy water Skywalker. I ain't gonna feel sympathy. He killed children, bro. I say let him burn. There you go. Mistress Table is probably holding on to dear life with all the cardboard on it. Yeah, it buckles a little bit. Imagine the whole thing breaks on my lap. You know, it all falls down onto my legs. And I, like, have to amputate my legs. All right, here goes. His eyes, the Jedi were evil. In his eyes, the Jedi were evil. There we go, I read it. In his eyes, the Jedi are evil. The gold Tammy card. The gold card Tammy pulled was fire. He survived and went on to live like a deformed robot freak. Wow, that's like racist against biotech humans. He's a robot racist. Okay, there we go. Toss this away. Shaboink. Hold. We've got Raolu. Obi-Wan used an illegal move with the lightsaber. Jedi code doesn't call for death either. Anakin didn't think he'd used the illegal move. What? Don't use the move that could cut your opponent down. That's illegal. Wow, it's Strudel. Cute little Strudel. Here's a cold one. Here's a cold one. Here's a Venusaur. Cold one. Spearow. Oh, no. So no chance to pull Venusaur. But you haven't pulled your 2 SRs or potentially 3 SRs. So let's find out about that now. See what we got. Camerupt. More like Game Wars. Okay, here's Haviyama. Okay. The bunny. Oh man, the guy who was working on our bathroom floor. By the way, so some of you guys just got here. I have to spend thousands of dollars renovating my bathroom now. The guy who was going to do the toilet, he found like rotten wood where the toilet was. So, oh, Camerupt. So he found when he couldn't install a new toilet. He says, I won't install a new toilet unless you replace that flooring. Because he said the flooring has to be sound before he can, you know, bolt the toilet in. And so now the flooring, the boards have to be pulled, the carpet has to be pulled up, and I'm just going to redo the whole thing. That's it. I'm just going to redo the bathroom. Because it's like, well, if we're going to go this far, if we're going to do all this stuff, because he just wanted the flooring around the toilet to be fixed. But I was like, if we're going to do that, might as well just do the bathroom. So I'm going to be without a bathroom for a little while. It's kind of sad. And probably these guys are going to interrupt the stream sometimes. So you can look forward to that. There's going to be some interruptions on the stream. But we are going to be tearing up the floor and installing probably tile. No, not the carpet. I know. After that, he killed hundreds of Jedi and hundreds of thousands of people in this wave. Him and General Grievous kill count is crazy. No, we lost the bathtub CT scanner. Redo it into an incredibly high-tech bathroom. No, it'd probably just be a standard nice bathroom. But that's the thing. We're going to have to spend a couple thousand, probably, who knows how much it costs to redo a master bathroom. But it's going to be expensive. We're going to have to spend a bunch of money on it. And, yep. And then after we're done spending, I'll tell you guys how much it costs. But I got to make some sales now, man. I got to make some card sales. We got to sell some stuff, man. Oscar Resendez. Well, Mr. Oscar. Oh, lovely. In other words, I need to sell about 1 Pokemon card to pay for it all. I'm just kidding. Dude, I sell one of those legendary Charizards for $30,000. Go buy myself a Sea-Doo, man. That's another thing I mentioned at the start of the stream. You might have missed it. We are getting a Bass Pro Shop now out in Lake of the Ozarks. That's been announced. Pretty neat. All right, so you've got the It Balloon and Mega Camera up. I guess, dude. Spiro, Shriddle's pretty cute, and Raulu. Well, Tammy, if you had bought 2 boxes of Mega Brave, you would have regretted it, because those were not the hottest boxes, were they? There it is. You just never know when the big hits are going to pop out. There's really no way to know. Slab up pieces of the carpet. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Maybe that's why I'm sneezing so much. I got to sneeze right now. Like, why do I sneeze so much while I'm in here? Remember I had the coughs, too? Anyways, Mr. needs to visit the holy site of Bucky's gas station. Yeah, there's one in Springfield. Karis and I have been there a couple times. It's not bad if you want to get really obese. So when you go to Bucky's, they sell fudge, cookies, candy, you know, all the garbage gas station stuff you're really not supposed to eat. Then they got like pulled pork sandwiches. We had those. They were all right. I mean, it was exactly what you think it is. It's pulled pork, and it's very barbecue filled, and, you know, it's probably like 1,000 calories for just one of those sandwiches. So, yeah, Bucky's is great if you're trying to gain weight. I am not trying to gain weight because I am already fat, so I need to lose weight. There's Alakazam. Here's the Pikachu Thunderbreak, but it shouldn't be called a Thunderbreak because it's taking forever. And here is the Ghastly. I thought this would move faster, but it really did not. There must not be interest in this. Gotta have a shaggy carpet toilet cover. Removing that carpet is going to stir up so much stuff. I would tile your whole bathroom for booster boxes, LMAO. Dang, man, come out here and do that. I'll do that. I'll just drink the chocolate Hershey syrup straight from the bottle. Yeah, I don't need to go to this gas station and drink my Hershey syrup. I can just buy some at Walmart. Bucky's exclusive Snorlax card. No. You're not thinking right. Bucky's would do an exclusive Bidoof card. Boy, I bet that'd be worth some money. Zach Steck says, double mega box break spot. You got it. You got it. All right. So here is the double break. We have another guy in here. It's the moldy ass carpet. He thinks there's probably mold under that carpet for sure, which I think would be a very good idea to have that removed from the home. There it is. Okay, Zach Stecks. Bucky sucks. Holy cow, that's genius, mister. Bucky's Bidoof. We are. Here's Gabriel, 1 box of Mega Brave. There's a run on the Mega Brave boxes all of a sudden. I am running out of Mega Brave. I might need a stock. Let me ask my guy about a restock on these. All right. So, the food is good, but it's just a gosh darn gas station. Here it is. I like that they have like 1 million pumps so that there's always an open pump. Like you're very confident there's always one open. Also, the fact that there's so much space, you know, like, you know, you're not going to have to crash into somebody to get onto a, to get a refill. So that's really nice. And then you go in. I like the feeling of the fact that the Bucky's feels large enough to be like a Target or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's the largest gas station, and there's something cool about that. I mean, you got places like Costco that sell you gas and Sam's Club that sell you gas. It's really not that different from that idea already. It's just this unexpected gas station. You're like, wow, this is like, I could stop into Bucky's and go shopping for shirts and shoes and a sun hat and sunglasses and everything else in between. Get a whole bunch of nasty, bad food and take a heavy dump in the toilet, and it's a clean toilet. Don't know if you have the room to do it, but it would probably help to put up a plastic barrier between the bathroom and the cards. Here we are. Food. So brave. Well, we're getting that bathroom. That bathroom's going to be renovated. That's it. That's the decision. The bathroom shall be renovated. We are going to pull everything out of there, and maybe I'll get a new bathtub. I don't know. I like my bathtub, man. I got that 1980s cocaine bathtub in there, and I actually use it for like a bubble bath every now and then, and it is nice, dude. I look forward to it. Don't always have time to do it, but when I do it, it's very nice. It's just cutting out the plywood sheet under the carpet and putting a new one and making sure the toilet hole lines up. The vanity will already be out of the way. It's a simple job. Yeah, he's charging like $750, by the way, to replace that wood where the toilet was. $750. It is. What do you think of that? You think that's a little high? I felt like that was a little high, but I don't know. Just put up a wall of plastic wrap, then forget about it till you run into it. What? Cold. But so we're probably gonna put in tile and some other things. Never seen dipped tones NHCC. I bet that's good. All right, here's Lunatone. Oh, I should tell Karis that. I'm telling her. Okay, there it is. After the 2020 construction prices rising, it's been crazy. Yeah, I think it's a great career, by the way. Everyone wants like a sitting down computer job. Ooh, picking up a Bulbasaur. Not bad. All right, Bulbasaur in this one. Yeah, a lot of people don't talk enough about what a good job the construction and carpentry and all those other fields are right now, because those are like essential kinds of jobs. They have to be done. And there we go. It's hard to find people who want to do it, I'm sure, because everyone's trying to get like a job as a social media manager or like a YouTuber or computer scientist, video game tester. It is. Of course, what that really means is most people are going to end up being baristas at Starbucks. It is. I went to school for a communications degree. Wow, I can't wait for you to become my Uber driver. It is. Look at this. That's a real story. I ran into a guy who drives. He was driving me to get a fresh battery for my. No. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tammy. There actually was a golden Lugia, a golden not Lugia, Lucario. Here it is. Wow, there actually was one nearby. I'm so sorry, Tammy. That must burn a little bit. Nothing I can do about it. Those are just the odds. Wow, crazy, man. Woo! All right, well, look at that. So we've pulled the Gardevoir and we've pulled the Lucario. I should have told Mike's side not to post the Gardevoir one yet. We could have paired those two videos together at this point. That's wild. Wow, he looks super neat. They both look really cool. Crazy. And who pulled this one? This one was going to Mr. Gabriel Gallegos. Congratulations, Gabriel. Whew. Crazy. Man, that's pretty. It's so interesting to see gold cards become the chase cards again in a set. But people must like the way they look, you know? Okay. That's going to be... It's Mike's side watching, by the way. I don't know if Mike's side is watching. I'm going to go grab... let's go grab this link. Okay. Up here in the stream clips. I would have liked to have seen you pull that, Tammy. Because then it would have been like, Tammy pulled them both. Gabriel Gallegos, Golden Lucario. That's 74 minutes in. All right, congratulations, though, Mr. Gabriel. You must be feeling extremely excited today. I know you're feeling excited. Nice card. You gonna send it out to grade? I'd be happy to send it to like PSA or something for you. What kind of sleeve side loader was that? There was some guy in Japan sent me a bunch of these, and so I'm using them. They work exactly like a top loader. They're no different. They're exactly the same as a top load. Wait a second, we want this in this pile. All right, crazy. Let's leave this. I can't wait till the gold earthworm. That'd be a funny one. Lucario Gardevoir. Cool set. Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia. So now we're looking for that Gardevoir Alt-Art from Mega Symphonia. Man, that's a cool one. Here we are. You guys seen that Mega Symphonia Gardevoir? That's a really cool looking card. Another camera up. Get out of here, camera up. Yes, sir. I'm excited. I bought 2 boxes already. Oh, so this is your 3rd box. So he kind of went deep, guys. It is. Nice, dude. Appreciate all the business, by the way. Here is... Yeah, I'm glad to see us getting these good numbers. Okay. Hang on to those boxes, Gabe. You see the comparison between Gold Lucario versus the Gear 5 Luffy artwork? Yeah, it seems a lot like they kind of stole it, doesn't it? And, you know, you're kind of allowed to do that to a certain degree. Like Pokemon invented sparkly hollows. Does that mean that Pokemon has a monopoly on them and no one else can do that? No. In fact, most companies kind of just did the same thing. They got sparkly hollows too. So it's, you know, it's just design, but yeah, having the Pokemon pop out of a ring, huh? Mister, is it too late for orders? What time is it? 6:37? Might not be too late. Just send it in right away. Is it a huge order? Mr. Gabriel, you're kind of a new guy, and so we really appreciate you, man. You've been good to me. You've been opening a lot of stuff. Let's grab your bag, and now you've got a golden Lucario. How about that? Look at that fat bag, guys. All right, cool beans. You know who says cool beans? Your mom who does jazzercise. That's what I sound like right now. Just 2 boxes. Just 2 boxes. Okay. Very nice. Now, we have an order from... No, you're good. You can send in right now because we just cleared up the queue. The queue is empty. We got this nice... look at that Umbreon right there, huh? He's sexy as hell. Let's see. Umbreon Neo Japanese. Holy, PSA 9 Umbreon is 350. That's like almost as much as the 10 used to cost. So that'd be like a 10 spot break for this thing. Oh my God. I don't even know if that would sell. Let's give it a shot, though. A 10-spot break. That's crazy, dude. There it is. What do you guys think? Are you interested in this break? It's a PSA 9 version of the card, but your odds are like infinitely better than if it was a 10, because a 10 is probably nosebleedingly expensive at this point. What do I call it? Maybe just the Umbreon? We'll see how good Umbreon performs. Obviously, this Pikachu has been slow. We have Mr. Roger. It's a beautiful day. Okay, Roger says 2 boxes, 1 piece PRB2. Could I snag the Dawn cards at the end? They have a white back to them. Okay. My arm hurts. Mr. Gonna send for PSA grading. Sounds good to me. Okay. Good. If you don't have it, take a second to smack the like button. Randolph just did a Fossil First Edition box break and had 3 Articunos. Very cool. That's a great Pokemon, the Articuno. Boy, imagine you did a box break like that and it had 3 Gengars in it, or 3 Dragonites. Whew, that'd be crazy, huh? I think the Gengar is the chase card in that set now. It's not the Dragonite. Used to be the Dragonite. And then the Articuno always did well, and the Lapras technically sells for more than either of those 2, but that's because it never grades 10. Lapras never grades 10. I feel like no one gave a poo about Umbreon and Gengar until after Evolutions. It's so weird thinking back. No. Gengar was always expensive. Gengar was always expensive because I remember buying Sabrina's Gym Gengar, and he was like $4,000 back in 2019, basically. And it was like, wow, that's way more expensive than anything else. And I'm so sad that I sold one because now they're worth like $10,000. I sold one for like $4,000. It is. I wish I'd kept both of them. All right. But no, definitely Gengar, he definitely rose in popularity, meaning that he's worth, he grew faster in price than other cards. And so now people are recognizing Gengar as like the cool card to hold on to. It is a couple Pokemon have that status. What Pokemon would you guys say has that status? Pikachu does. Charizard does. Lugia, Umbreon, Gengar. What else? What other Pokemon you think is in that sort of like growing faster than other Pokemon status group? Is maybe Rayquaza? All my homies hate Gengar and Charizard. Orthworm and Wormadon are the real MVPs. All right, so here goes. 1, 2. Umbreon was always popular Pokemon, though I don't know about the prices. 3. Yeah, Gold Star Umbreon was expensive, and Neo Umbreon was always expensive. They were never, like, cheap. You could never get those cards for cheap. They were always pricey. And then, you know, Evolving Skies comes out, and it just proves it further how much people like Umbreon, and then it continues to explode for a while. What about Blastoise? Big man. Nope, Blastoise sucks. I mean, some Blastoises go for a lot of money. Here it is. But definitely it's more of a niche thing with Blastoise. Like the Crystal Guardians Blastoise, he's not free. That guy's cheap as, that guy's pricey as hell. Mister's live? Dang, I missed out. Dragonite's getting a little more popular. Yeah, now that he's got a featherhead. There it is. I don't know about that. No, but I always liked Dragonite. Dragonite was always cool because he was, when you played Pokemon Gen 1, the boss had Dragonite. The not the boss, but the Elite Four champion or whatever it was. Oh wait, we don't do that. I'm just putting these all in one big pile for you, Mr. Roger. Okay. All right. Rawr. Okay. Okay. Raise hell praise. What? All right. All right. All right. Okay. And a Gold Dawn. Very nice. Gold Dawn. Punk Records. All right. And one Luffy. Man, look at this bulk pile, man. This bulk pile is ridiculous. Dragonite was a good pseudo-legendary. Pseudo-legendary? Please. He makes Charizard look like a kid's toy. It's all kids' toys. Bro. Just a whole brick of nothing. There we go. But here we go. Here are your hit cards. Now, I suppose this does hold the SRs in here too, doesn't it? All right, let's get this in your bag, Mr. Roger. Let's see. You got a bag, right? Yes, watch. I don't even know if your bag has enough room for this because that little pile of hollows is enough to fill the whole bag by itself. Okay, create a little sandwich there. So we got the sandwich. That's crazy. Okay, setting that there. Just take the Dawn cards. Toss the regular foils. Oh, man. Okay, I'll remember that. You like the Dawn cards, but don't need the regular foils. I'm going to remember that for next time. Let's grab in this. We got Gabriel, gold grading. Let's pull this down. Okay. Pretty soon, we're going to start opening packs. And every single card in the pack is going to be a holo, you know? Like, they're already doing that, actually, with the Dragon Ball mangas. They're like, why don't we just make every card holo? Yes. Japanese can't use the regular foils, but Dawn I can use. Oh, I think in December I'll ship my bag for my own little Christmas gift to myself. There you go. That makes me Santa Claus, by the way, guys. Ho, ho, ho. Oops, wrong marker. Okay. Gabriel Gallegos. PSA rating, right? Yep, PSA rating. All right, good job on that. Sorry, Tammy. I know Tammy was interested in that, Lucario. All right, NHCC, with all your effort, jump me in the Umbreon and Mega Sub Breaks and 1 Mega Brave Pack. All right, let's get it. 1 Mega Brave Pack. Yes, yes. We are going to get you all set up, Mr. NHCC. There we go. Does it have the rainbow tint to the gold? Yes. Oh, wow. 1 pack, 1 Bulbasaur. That was easy. Okay, tossing this here. Now, the Mega Sub Break. Here it is. Now, wait. Jump me in the Umbreon and Mega Sub. Like the Mega Sub list? We got to be careful because that's called Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia. This is the Mega Sub list. So I'm going to pop you in the Mega Sub list. We got to make sure we say exactly what we're doing here. So this has got 5 spots left, and at that point, almost the first round's almost done. That's crazy. Yeah, the Gengar is really a popular Mega Break so far, based on the reaction to it. There it is. Pull that card for 40 bucks. Pretty incredible. And then you also want a spot on the Umbreon, the new Umbreon. So we got an Umbreon break on the table now. It is. It's only a 9, and yet it's still a 10-spot break, which is really crazy. I mean, for this card, I used to buy this card for like $500 and host breaks on it, and now the PSA 9 is like almost 400. Crazy. You know, it's up to 400 here because we need 40 bucks for the star spot. So I'm really selling it for 360 is what I'm doing. Pretty crazy. Pretty brazy. So there it goes. And then this goes into your baggie. I'm going to put it in your little hits baggie. I'm just packing up some slabs to ship out soon. No problem, man. So, ta-da, we're all done. It's 6:49. We are all done. That stream lasted like about an hour and a half. Is it not? Let me look. Yeah, about an hour and a half. Mr. You brazy talking? Did you call me brazy? I'm feeling pretty brazy. So perfect time to wrap up is 6:49. It's time for us to go and relax for the day, and then I'll be back on for the nighttime stream, Wednesday nighttime stream. We're going to be handing out that Pikachu, okay? So I hope you guys will be there. And we just have a lot of cool things going on. The Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia has been very popular, and I'll keep it stocked. And what comes out next? Tell me, guys, what's the next big thing to come out? What's the next big thing you think? Is it the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man, or what do you think it is? I got to keep up with that, you know? I got to keep up with the interesting things going on. I bought a whole 15-spot break before. Did you? Dang, she's got like some gigantic tits, doesn't she? That Mothman, I pulled him back down because not a single spot sold. But we'll keep an eye on Mothman on eBay, okay? Austin says, wait! What's wrong, Mr. Austin? What happened? Why are we waiting? Did someone say flea ones? For tonight, yes, for tonight. Your box topper Crobat, you remember? Oh, right, I remember that. I think that was a good purchase too, wasn't it? How's that card doing? Box topper Crobat? I mean, it's got to have gone up, right? Crobat. There's one for 840 with 15 watchers. 840. Yeah, that's up. That's up, isn't it? That's a really nice card. He hasn't moved, to be honest. Oh, he hasn't moved much? Well, you know, the box toppers are an interesting thing because they're not like... People don't think to search for them. But you said it was 15 spots? Hold on, let me look. 15 by 40. That's $600. So the cheapest one on eBay is 840. So yeah, it actually has gone up. Been 840 for about a year. Oh, you're saying it's been stuck at 840. I see what you're saying now. Okay, I hear you. No, I think he'll definitely move up. It's just that, again, people probably don't think of the box toppers as often. So I bet you sometimes a box topper like Crobat can get stuck for a little while, but he'll go up. He'll go up. He's rare. All right, guys, I'm hopping off. Have a nice night, everybody. When would grading go out? Probably pretty soon.